Okay, so this is an entirely new type of video. Somebody asked for a food diary type of video, so I'm going to show you what my food diary looks like on a day-to-day basis. So right now it is 10 o'clock in the morning. I've already done all my cleaning, and now I'm ready to go ahead and make my breakfast, which is my protein banana pancakes and my usual coffee. So let's go and get started on that. First thing is boil the kettle for my coffee. Next, I am turning on the heat for the stove for my griddle pan, and I let that heat for maybe on like medium heat for about 5 minutes while I'm prepping the banana pancakes.
So the first thing I do is mash one banana. And then once that is all mashed to the consistency I like, I add 1 egg and about 1/4 cup of egg whites and mix that all together. Then I add 1 scoop of this vegan pure organic protein, which I buy at Walmart, and 1 scoop is 1 point. And I get it to a pancake-like consistency. Then, once my griddle is all warm, I scoop out little rounds on my griddle. And while that's going, then I start getting my coffee ready. I'm very much a multitasker. So I ground the beans from Ace Coffee. There's my son. Then stick the hot water in the pot, put the beans in, and then put that straight on the stove. And then I go ahead and flip my pancakes. So really, it's the perfect timing. I wait until the bubbles show up on my pancakes, and then I flip them. Wow, I was having a hard time. And then once they're done, place them on the plate and then do the next batch. And while I was doing the next batch, then my coffee was ready. And to my coffee, I add 1/4 cup of eggnog for 3 smart points, and that is my creamer, and that is just perfect for me.
So this is my breakfast in the morning. My banana protein pancakes and my coffee. Really strange for me to do this type of video where you guys are like this close to my face and I have no makeup on. You guys are seeing me in my real natural habitat. So I'm going to enjoy breakfast and I'll see you guys later for lunch. Why do I enjoy having this for breakfast every morning? I think it's because I feel like it's having like cake every day, which is why I enjoy it. And the thing is, a lot of us on WW eat the same thing all the time because we like it and we enjoy it, and plus it's easy. And for me, being able to work from home, it's really easy to have pancakes. And even when I'm not working from home, I pack them ahead of time, put them in a Tupperware, and then I eat them when I'm out and about. So I'm gonna go and enjoy my breakfast. Okay guys, so now I'm going to take you through my lunch prep. And for lunches, I do like to basically just make one meal and then split it into its servings and then have it repeatedly for the week. I'm kind of boring that way. I don't mind eating the same thing over and over again. So my lunch prep for this week is going to be really simple. It's just going to be pan-fried chicken thighs with roasted butternut squash and then some what I call burnt broccoli. So I'll show you how I do that now.
So I go ahead and get my ingredients prepped, and I take out my chicken thighs and I go ahead and season them with salt, garlic powder, and paprika. Those are my go-to 3 seasonings. Then I go back to the pan, spray it with some cooking spray, and put the chicken thighs down. Once those are down, I season the other side, and then I go ahead and preheat the oven.
And then I'm gonna go and get the butternut squash bread.
So butternut squash are one of my favorites because they're 0 points, so I go ahead and peel and cut them, and then once they are peeled, I go ahead and dice them into 1-inch cubes, and then I'm going to go ahead and prep that and put that on a baking tray. Now that the butternut squash are ready, I put them on a baking sheet, spray it down with cooking spray, and then season it with my favorite seasonings, and then go ahead and put it in the oven for 20 minutes.
So while the chicken is cooking and while the butternut squash is still cooking, I like an easy, simple lunch. So those are still looking good. I'm going to give those another couple of minutes. And then once those are done,
I put the broccoli in the pan to kind of soak up whatever's left from the chicken, and I do a burnt broccoli. I'll show you guys in a minute.
Now that I've taken the chicken out of the pan, there's all those nice, yummy chickeny bits. So I'm gonna put broccoli right in the pan. So not used to filming when cooking. All right. Then I'm going to actually cover that up. Cover from Epicure, cover that up. It doesn't cover it all the way, but at least it will do some, it will help kind of steam the broccoli that's in there. And then what I'm gonna do is actually add a little bit of water as well to kind of deglaze the pan. Yum. So there are the chicken thighs just resting, and then I'm gonna go ahead and set up the Tupperwares. So now that I've gone ahead and basically cooked everything, still waiting for the butternut squash to come out of the oven, but my chicken is ready, the broccoli is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and portion it. Now these are just regular Rubbermaid take-alongs. Honestly, I don't need them to hold like a ton of liquid or be spill-proof or anything like that. I just need them to go in my fridge. They basically go from my kitchen island to the fridge, back to the kitchen island when I'm ready to eat them. So, I mean, these are perfect because there's 4 of them, and that's exactly what I need to portion out my meals. So, I'm gonna go ahead and start weighing everything out. And yes, I do still weigh everything. And this is my WW scale from years ago. I don't have the most recent one. One, because I only use it to weigh things. I don't use the database on it to calculate the actual points of everything. I just use it for the numbers. That's all. You don't need the fancy scale in order to do this. You just need a weighing scale. So I'm gonna go ahead and start portioning everything out. Just about finding stuff that you like. So let's portion that out here. So let's go ahead and portion those out. Grab my spatula. Okay, so meal prepping is a little messy, but it is worth it when you get 5 meals. And other than this one, all of these are only 3 points. 3 points for the measured out chicken thighs. The broccoli 0, the butternut squash is 0. This one is 4 points just because it's just that but more of chicken thigh. And I'm going to label that so that I don't get that mixed up with the rest of my meals. But that is my easy lunch prep. So they're all labeled. That really is just painter's tape with some Sharpie. And they're all labeled, so easy to stack. And now going to the fridge. Easy. And there's meals done for basically the next 4 or 5 days. Love it. So it is about 10 minutes before I have to start work here, and I always make myself a cup of tea with a bit of Arbonne Essentials Energy Fizz Sticks and then the blood orange flavor, and then I add a scoop of the Teamy Skinny Tea. And really, it's actually, it tastes delicious, but also helps keep me energized in the afternoon when I can get really, really tired, but also keeps me from, well, snacking on everything. I have to start work, I also also take out some of these President's Choice frozen mango chunks and just put them in a bowl. Ooh, that was a big piece. And basically that ends up being my snack later on this afternoon. So I let it defrost, and at about 4 o'clock, 4:15, that's when I have some really yummy mangoes for a snack, and those are 0 points. I wanted to show you guys my little space in the pantry here for all of my snacks. So this is not my space in the pantry. These are Rob and the kids. Up there is my space in the pantry, and yes, I do have Hershey's Hugs, but I have different things here like the Weight Watchers tiramisu, the Weight Watchers lemon flavored snack bar. I have Weight Watchers crisps up there and some Arbonne things. So my snacks generally live at the top shelf above everybody else's. And then when it comes to the snacks that are here, they're really stuff that the kids enjoy, and I'm occasionally tempted by them, but they're not things that I have all the time. I mean, like this brownie thing is definitely my kids, it's not for me. But that's a quick look into my little pantry situation. So for snack today, I am going to have those bananas, mangoes that I defrosted earlier with a bag of WW nacho tortilla chips, and these are 2 points. Sometimes you need a slice of raisin bread. 2 points, and then 1 point for the basil on it. Very good. Hey guys, so I've got my headset on because I am currently working, but because my break was earlier, I can't take a second break to eat my dinner. So my husband has lovingly brought dinner for me. So lucky. Show you what dinner is. Dinner is leftover slow cooker chicken pot pie. I know this doesn't look very appetizing, but this was a really easy recipe that I think I actually did a recipe plan with me with. If I did, I'm going to leave the link for it down below. But that is tonight's dinner, and it is 7 smart points, and it is actually delicious. So what I'm going to do is, in between calls here, take a little bite. Like, I love the top of this. It's just left. It's you guys really want to see me eat. It's one of my favorites. Really easy to make, but also my kids love it. And you can always serve it with a salad or whatever it is, but I'm very simple that way. So that is my dinner. I will see you guys in a little bit for snack after work. So I think one of the questions is like, how do you break up your daily Smart Points budget to fit for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner? And when it comes to my daily Smart Points budget, really, I look at having the most flexibility in the evening. So my breakfasts on green are, like you see, 6 points because I need 6 points for my coffee and my pancakes. Lunch can vary. If I have a couple of snacks in lunch as well, then I'm having like for example, lunch today, lunch can be anywhere from like 3 to 7, and then dinner can be anywhere from like 3 to 8. And then that leaves me with some flexibility in the evenings for snacks. And I do prefer a lot of flexibility in the evenings for snacks. It's just, I'd rather have flexibility at the end of the day. And a lot of the snacks anyway that I have, like my popcorn and my tofu, that's like 9 points out of my day that I leave just for snacks, and that's okay. That's what works for me. It may not work for everybody, and sometimes I feel like if I'm still hungry and I don't think I'll make it to wait for those 6 points for the tofu, then I'll take that out and have something else in there. So it really provides me with the most flexibility. So now back to work. So it's the end of the night, and now I'm going to have my popcorn and my tofu as my late night snack before I go to bed. So every evening I have a snack of popcorn, and I make it using the Weight Watchers popcorn popper that I bought at the workshop. Oh my god. It's basically a silicone popcorn popper, and I weigh and measure my popcorn seeds. and put the lid on and into the microwave for 2 minutes 15 seconds. And while the popcorn is popping, I'm just going to show you the other half of my dessert. It's basically dessert tofu. It comes in 2 parts, but I've ripped the other part off. So it's just 1 portion of this for 4 points, and then a tablespoon of some homemade brown sugar vanilla syrup. There's the popcorn all nicely popped. Looks gorgeous. I actually take some of this butter flavor cooking spray, spray some of that on top with a sprinkle of salt, and that is my evening snack. So for the amount that I put in here, it's 3 points, and then for this, it's 6 points altogether. So my evening snack is 9 points. Hey guys, so I know this is a little hard to see, but just going over my points for the day. So breakfast, I had 6 points. Lunch, I only had 3. Dinner was 7. And then snacks are basically everything else that I had throughout the day. So like raisin bread and nacho tortilla chips, the tofu, and the popcorn. So then all in all, go back, stayed within my points today. So I had used all 30 of my daily Smart Points budget. And that is it for today. That is my food diary for the good day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. I really have to get used to having the camera in front of my face instead of me behind the camera.